Welcome to Perspective Now. I'm Marcus, and I'm here with Nunyub. What's up, man?
I got the creeps. I got the willies. I got the heebie-jeebies, Marcus.
I thought you were gonna do what was that from Spaceballs? You got the creeps.
The bleeps. The creeps.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were gonna do.
No.
Well, yeah, and why are you a little freaked out? I mean, we're going to be talking about horror movies from 1980. We're going to show previews, but everyone loves a good horror movie, right? Right, Nunyub?
You're right. Everybody else seems to love these movies. I feel like art at its best evokes a reaction, an emotion, and I could do without the anxiety that comes along with most of these movies. So, I mean, that's not my cup of tea.
All right. Yeah, well said. So it's going to be good and perfect for our show because this, objective sort of view is going to be perfect because he's going to sit back, he's going to look at these previews, and you're going to be able to say, I don't know, would I want to go see this? I mean, even if you don't like horror movies, you can rate the preview quality.
Yeah, definitely.
Personally, I love horror movies, so I'm ready to go through this list.
Well, I want to ask, though, Marcus, what do you love about horror movies?
I like the cheesy old horror movies almost, the most. 70s, 80s, that is like the perfect time because I think that people were figuring out special effects, camera angles, lighting, just exploring with
a lot of sex back
different...
in those ones. A lot of sexiness.
Well, not necessarily, but if you're talking like Evil Dead, for example, like Sam Raimi, and watching how he started to use the camera, and it's just brilliant in sound design, and basically horror movies became something to be completely, to take on the rest of cinema, and people started to take them more seriously, I think. And
were these
I just love them.
The OG low budget movie, right? I mean, they were
a lot of them can be, yeah. I mean, sure, right, yeah, because for example, Halloween, which came out before 80, was one of those that really spurred a lot of other movies, and it had to do with the budget. Like they had a super low budget, and it did so well. They didn't even think it was going to do that well, and then it just spurred like a bunch of copycats, And I don't know, maybe even Star Wars is similar in that sense because it wasn't, I mean, that was a bigger budget, but you know what I mean? Like there's lots of copycat movies that tried to recreate that success.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look here.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the monitor.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, there it is.
Speaking of sound design.
Yes.
See, this is probably the most famous.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. This is a classic. This could almost be the number one on our list, I think, because it's such a classic.
Yeah.
Some of these movies I've seen, some of them I haven't. But this one, I've seen quite a bit.
Oh, hi.
Camp Crystal.
Crystal Lake.
One.
There's little Jason Voorhees. A prior accident years before. That guy's hilarious.
So
you got the teenagers, almost making out.
So the number 2 on this was the actual kid that dies, that comes back to haunt people. He's like the phantom of the camp, basically.
I think these are the reasons why you would want to not watch this or watch it again. Is that what it's counting down?
6.
This sweet haircut.
Must be my imagination.
Oh.
It's not your imagination.
She's all apathetic.
I know.
Can I help you? Hello?
8.
Awesome cabins.
9.
She wasn't just waiting there for that to happen.
10.
Really sweet.
Whoa. And it's Kevin Bacon. Just like that. Smoking a joint.
11. 12. Friday, the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough.
This is awesome.
Friday, the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's cinema. Rad.
Rad.
Yeah. I also, I totally think that would be rad.
Rad.
Nice. Good choice, Nunyub. So if you're watching this preview, what would you say, man?
I really
the first
appreciated
time.
the 12 Days of Christmas effect that they had going on, but it was like the 13 Days of Murder, or
Yes.
it really feels. So I can't really tell if like on the 13th a bunch of bad stuff happened, or if these were all leading up to like the worst day, which was on the 13th. And
Yeah.
I mean, now every Friday the 13th that ever comes up, people are like, oh, it's Friday the 13th.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Right.
I realize the impact on society has been major, which is why I gave it that rating. Yeah, I
Wait a minute. Wait.
I think it's great.
Hold on. That's brilliant. I'm either completely stupid here, but was Friday the 13th the movie? Did that come before the saying it's Friday the 13th? I thought Friday the 13th had just been something that's been around in culture and society for thousands
Feels
of
like
years.
If that was the case, good for them. I don't know. This seems like the OG Friday the 13th
Really?
to me, but maybe.
Wow.
I have no idea. I'm not.
Let
the
us
expert.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
somebody knows.
who's an expert in holidays and
Yeah.
days to be remembered, I guess. I think it's
Days
an amazing
to
movie.
be afraid of.
Yeah, right. To be terrified that things could go wrong. Well, I know, 13 is just an unlucky number. Like in elevators, there's no 13th floor. Like the Morphine song, for anybody. Shout out to Morphine. The song, not the drug.
Well,
The band,
well,
I
cool.
mean. Yeah. But yeah,
Nice.
basically this entire storyline is awesome, and the first one really nailed it. I like a few of the others as well. I mean, they're all cool in their own way. The first three
was
are
the little
really...
boy a hockey goalie? That's what I don't totally follow.
Oh, no. I don't know. I can't remember why he chooses a hockey mask. I don't remember what that's about, but that's a good... Was he a goalie? No, I don't know if he just finds it or something, but yeah, Jason Voorhees was like killed at camp, and then he comes back. He drowned at camp, he comes back, and he kills anybody who's around that campground. And he just keeps doing that. But then the story changes, and then one...
Who was
I mean,
the
I don't
old
wanna-
man? Who was the old man that was like, "You're all doomed"?
Yeah,
like,
that's
how
just
did
the
he
creepy... Well, every horror movie's got to have one of those guys.
Okay.
Tipping off the teenagers before they
Yeah.
proceed, and don't go down that way. But in this case, I don't know. I can't remember if he remembers the tragedy. You know what I mean?
Huh.
He's old enough to remember, and he knows that there's going to be a problem. Anyway, great movie. Later on, he goes to New York, which is hilarious. I always thought that was funny. And then space. He fights Freddy Krueger. I mean, they've got crossovers. This franchise blew up. It was absolutely insane. So that's a good one to kick off. All
It
right,
is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
let's-
Move on, I guess. What else do we have? Oh, yes. So this one was actually directed by my good friend Ian, who's been on the channel. He was also he co-wrote the first episode of Sunset Hotline,
In the water.
and he was Bob. He played Bob in Sunset Hotline too. My boss.
Killing.
Awesome.
We've also done gameplay videos back in the day, but this movie's amazing.
These creatures are
And his
driven to
friend's
mate with
mom
man
directed it.
in order to further develop their incredible evolution.
Humanoids from the deep.
It's like a perfect
Any way you
cheesy
run.
horror movie, and it's well done,
You hide.
as indicated by this sweet
Anytime you
preview.
stop. from the deep.
I think that there's a scene where the humanoid from the deep has sex with a woman. I think that was it, actually. It's a good movie, though. It's worth watching. I
Is that
highly
where
recommend
the
it.
whole lizard people thing comes from? Like, they had to like mate with humans and.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm going to give this a gotta have it, because you got to go see it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Humanoids from the Deep.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a Sunset Hotline shout out. Gotta have it, I guess. If
All
Bob
right,
was in
okay.
it.
All right.
Gotta have it.
Gotta
Yeah,
have
Bob,
it.
my boss, was,
Yeah.
he wasn't in it, but, yeah.
But he knew a guy.
No,
or knew
his
a
friend's
lady.
mom. His friend's
Yeah,
mom
a
directed it.
lady.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome. Cool. Oh, we almost
Whoa.
skipped one there, and so we got to come to the reason Yelp exists.
Oh,
This is,
Motel Hell. The reason Yelp exists, exactly.
Again.
Gotta leave your reviews for this place.
After you spend a night with Ida and Vincent.
Ooh, Ida and Vincent.
You want us to register?
No, that won't be necessary.
The first bad sign there. They don't ask you to check in. You should just leave.
Yeah. Ugh.
Your most terrifying nightmare could never
Ugh,
compare to
God.
what happens to the guest.
Vincent, you think in the years to come people will appreciate us for what we're doing here?
I have a surprise for you.
Oh.
Goody, I love surprises.
Ew.
One after another they come.
Sweet piano.
One after another they
Sweet
check
van. Oh.
and pray for the day they can check out.
Yeah.
I like the music design.
All you have to do is
Whoa.
give to be happy.
You'll never forget Ida.
And Steven. I mean Vincent.
And you'll never forget Vincent.
Ah, but I want to forget them.
And hard as you try, you'll never
Wow.
forget their secret garden.
The head garden. This is so edgy. It's like Cabbage Patch Kids, except heads.
If you have the nerve,
Ew.
come for a night and stay for a nightmare.
Oh,
Motel Hello.
I like what they did there.
Yeah.
It's they got rid of the O.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can go first on
Ugh.
this one, buddy. What do you think of this?
Again, I feel like in today's world, this would still get like 3 stars on Yelp because people in Portland like just love the scare factor, and they'd be like, "Well, I'm willing to risk it," but that bothers me. That all said, I just don't like it, and it seems real enough that it scares the crap out of me. So I just out of fear, I'm gonna say trash it.
Okay.
Trash.
Trash it.
I've never seen Motel Hell, although the lead lady, damsel in distress, kind of looks like, to me, I only saw her for a second, but it looks like Terry Garr, kind of. I don't know who it is, but that's who came to mind when I was watching it. And I think that it looks interesting enough. The music design was good in the preview. The shots were good. It was a little bit... They shouldn't have revealed so much. The pig face thing, as far as a preview, they could have kept that in the back. I think that maybe they're trying to be edgy, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, how that's a crazy movie for anyone who's not seen the original. I think that was like in the late 70s, maybe 1977 or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of give it a meh because I'm not really that thrilled.
Meh.
But I'd still watch it. And I would watch pretty much any cheesy horror movie, especially from the 80s. But yeah, Motel Hello. It's a meh.
Hotel Hell.
Man,
That O is out.
if you're gonna talk about scary hotel stuff, I would rather you talk about
A
Psycho.
Holiday Inn. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Psycho. You know, Anthony Perkins. And I just watched. We just watched Psycho 2, and we're getting ready to watch Psycho 3, which I think he's also in that. And those are pretty cool because they're like in the 80s and stuff.
So Jamie Lee Curtis is in that one.
No.
Is that?
No, that
Alfred Hitchcock? Am I way off here? I don't know.
No, that's interesting though. I can't remember who it is. And did I say like I'm getting like the actresses mixed up because earlier I said Terry Garr, and I think Terry Garr was in, right? I can't remember. Was she the one in Birds?
I don't know.
You guys, we need a fact checker quick. The lady I'm talking about was in the blonde lady that I was talking about was in Dr. Frankenstein. And it's actually Phoebe's mom. Phoebe from Friends. Her mom is in Dr. Frankenstein.
So
she's a blonde
again,
girl.
Still
She's
don't
really...
think you pronounce it that way. It's Kudrow? Madam Kudrow?
Yeah. Yeah, well, Lisa Kudrow, but her mom...
Sure.
I think it's
maybe.
Terry. Maybe it is Anyway, whatever. Sorry, guys. We're getting a little bit off track here.
I've always heard it pronounced Frankenstein.
No,
You're saying
Dr.
Is there a difference?
Frankenstein. Yeah, it's a Mel Brooks movie.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, Frankenstein. Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, yes.
The original Mean Girls?
Yes, for sure. I used to have vivid like nightmares about this scene. It's really drawn out. Right in the beginning.
As they should. These are bullies. These are the worst kinds of bullies.
Yeah. And they all get it. They get what's coming to them.
I feel like this is the original I Know What You Did Last Summer.
It is. And look, there's Jamie Lee Curtis. That's why I was so...
What? Who?
Yes.
Oh.
Right there.
Yeah.
Who is also in Halloween, if you guys probably knew that.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's good in this.
Who's the guy in the Bates movie? Is that that's the...
That's Anthony Perkins.
Okay.
It's mine.
And at some point that was remade shot for shot with Vince, I want to say Vince Vaughn, and Anne Hesh played the blonde. Pretty sure. I feel like Gus Van Sant directed it too. I think this is amazing. I just watched this. But when I was a kid, the beginning freaked me out. Hardcore. Yes. Yes, Prom Night.
So
this one's rad.
Rad.
It's really cool. It's not like the best ending. I don't want to say more than that because I don't want to spoil it if you guys are gonna go watch it. But it's cool. It's definitely a good, moody 80s horror movie. Highly recommend.
Okay. I will take your word for it. I have no desire to see this. Well, okay, no, I can't say it. I don't like horror movies. I think I've
Right,
said
but
that
even Jamie Lee Curtis, you're not interested in Jamie Lee Curtis?
And I'm really scared of those little kids, so because of that, I'm gonna go with meh.
Okay.
Meh.
All right.
It was real negative, but it's pulled me back. It's pulled me back to
Yeah. Well, it's pretty good. I think it's a good one. Oh, shit.
John Carpenter.
Pay attention to the music in this one, folks.
Sweet.
This is KB Antonio Bay. Stevie Wayne here, and let me be the first to wish Antonio Bay a happy birthday.
This is a true
and
filmmaker here that made this.
Getting in from the east.
100 years ago, between midnight and 1, something unknown came out of the fog.
It's very
Now,
Twilight Zone.
It turned. Jesus. 100 years ago, between midnight and 1, something unnatural came out of the fog. Now, it has returned. 100 years ago,
Spontaneous
between midnight
fire.
and 1, something evil came out of the fog. Now it has returned.
Who's there?
Oh, those hooks are terrifying.
Fog.
Antonio Bay has a curse on it.
That guy's in Creepshow.
We're all cursed. There's no water getting here, but something awful cold, Pin.
Oh my god, that's Jamie Lee Curtis again. What are the odds? How can she be in 2 movies the same year?
Where's the fog now?
And that chick's in Creepshow too.
Oh, there's something different about this fog. Dan, stay away from the door! Someone listen to me!
Get inside and lock your doors. Close your windows.
This music.
There's something in the fog. Stay away from the fog. From the creator of Halloween, the ultimate experience in terror and suspense. John Carpenter's The Fog, starring Adrienne Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Houseman, Janet Leigh as Kathy Williams, and Hal Holbrook as Father Malone. The
Awesome.
Fog. What
Wow.
you can't see won't hurt you. It will kill you. Between midnight and 1, it will find you.
So this, being a John Carpenter movie, he normally does the music as well. So usually you can hear him doing the music, and I'm guessing that's for sure him. But so cool. So cool. Because it's got the lady from Creepshow, it's that Abominable Snowman Creepshow one where she's like drinking all the time, and her husband is the one who...
Red-Nosed Reindeer?
No, but it's like that. It's kind of like that. But actually, Leslie Nielsen's in that. Ted Danson. It's a great movie. I mean, we're talking about the wrong movie. Anyway, yeah, Creepshow. So great. But the guy they showed is her husband, too. So they actually both were in Creepshow. I'm going to give this a gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Any John Carpenter movie I would recommend.
It gives me the willies just watching that. It's the hook that does, like, it just gives me the creeps. So I'm gonna go with rad for the genre. It is
Rad.
See,
Yeah.
it's making me just all kerfuffled. It's doing its thing. I don't even know what to say about all that.
What's funny, man, is that the fog itself is kind of a passive, boring antagonist. I don't really think that storyline is very good. It's similar to like The Blob, and what's that other one it's a M. Night Shyamalan movie, the one with Mark Wahlberg, and it's the trees are the bad guys, and it's just not that good. So to be honest, the preview kind of made me think of that, and I was like, I don't know, it just looked kind of weird.
I feel like it wasn't the fog. It wasn't like a nuclear fog where it's the fog itself doing the killing.
Yeah,
it was something coming out
it
of
was,
the fog.
It was like a pack of serial killers that follow the fog around and then strike a town. But that's not it, because it's clearly supernatural, because things were catching on fire. I don't know. I have to watch this again.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, there you go.
Okay.
The Fog.
I will take you to a place where my friends foregather.
That's
There
Vincent
you will
Price.
find stories of such
Straight jacket.
blood-curdling terror. It will make your toes curl and your hair reach up towards the sky.
This reminds me of that Duck of Transylvania.
He likes to take you by surprise.
Duckula.
God, what an amazing voice. Yes, Count Duckula, exactly.
It was the best blood I have ever tasted.
What?
He's giving you a very special.
There's the Phantom of the Opera guy.
3 stories to shock you.
3 stories. I love.
Thrill you. And and make you laugh.
Right on.
There's a face at my window as the darkness closes in.
Everybody knows about garlic and steaks through the heart.
Yes, we all have our cross to bear.
I'm just a sucker, boy, I'm just a sucker, boy, I'm just a sucker for.
You are one of his kind now. You have to be staked by your own men.
Movie seems like a good time.
Songs by B.A. Robertson.
Don't you look down on me.
Night.
With the strange twisted.
The Pretty Things. The Viewers.
Tell me I'm not going to let you go until you do.
We must
I literally don't know any of those bands.
Remember, he likes to take you by surprise.
Feels like this is the movie about the Monster Mash.
Invited to the Monster Club.
It started off good, and then no. Lame. I mean, I just don't care to see it. I will watch it just based on like nostalgia. It might be cool to watch and kind of funny. But if I saw this in 1980, I would definitely not want to go see this when I could go watch The Fog or Friday the 13th or probably any of the other ones coming up. It just doesn't. Vincent Price is great, but the special effects look like shit. It looked kind of like a comedy, which I'm sure it is.
I appreciate it. If you're going to scare me, at least make me laugh every now and then. I'm going to disagree with you. I don't know anything about these horror movies. I don't have a dog in this fight, but I'm going hard left. Gotta have it.
Okay.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
It's because of the song. I know the song's not in it, but I love that song. You did the mash. I mean, monsters like to
the
get
Monster
down.
Mash? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like those monsters were partying. I appreciate that.
That's an interesting way to rate a movie. Yeah. Okay.
Tell you anything in Denver about the tragedy that appeared during the winter of 1970?
I'm just going to give it a rad.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Sorry, I have to do that.
He seemed like a completely normal individual. But at some point,
Now, this was
one of my
suffered some
this
kind
is one of my
in
favorite
Oregon, right?
mental breakdown.
parts of it were filmed up at the
Edgefield?
No, up at Timberline, the lodge, Timberline Lodge.
That's right.
Not the interior shots, just the exterior shots. That's Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood.
It'll be lots of fun.
And then the inside was at a place in Colorado, I think.
Isolation.
Is there something bad here?
I think this preview is like a mashup. Because I don't think this is the original preview. The original preview was not so cinematic sounding. It was more of like retro, like real simplified. So this is kind of interesting. It's almost like a new mashup preview. But it is good. I think the original preview just shows the elevator slowly close and blood pour down. And I think that's the original preview of this movie. And so keep that in mind as you're rating this. Because this, I don't think you would have seen this preview in 1980.
Well,
but it's Stanley Kubrick, who's an amazing director. And, of course, Jack Nicholson. And my lady, Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Rad.
Okay. Good job.
I want to see it. Okay.
You haven't seen this, really?
I want to see this, though.
Oh, that's so good.
I'd like to see this movie.
This is the best one. I don't care what's coming up or what's happened. Friday the 13th, honestly, this is the best movie, in my opinion, for sure. Dude, Jack Nicholson.
For a second, Jack Nicholson is a caregiver or a caretaker. Basically, they're saying you have to be the family that lives there on the property for the winter, and nobody's gonna see them, and he goes nuts. That's what I take from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't want to ruin anything for you or anyone who hasn't seen this, but all I can say is that first off, Shelley Duvall is amazing, and if you remember the comedies from 1980, Popeye, right? We talked about. She's in that. Yeah. I don't know how these people pull off multiple movies a year like this, but
well, it's kind of
I
like
know they're
Will
filmed.
Smith came out with Independence Day and Men in Black in the same year.
Yeah.
Or the year Jim Carrey released not only The Mask, but also he released Dumb and Dumber, and I want to say Ace Ventura, all in the same year. Yeah. So
no, well, maybe the sequel to Ace Ventura. But either way, what I want to say is Jack Nicholson.
1994. But go on. Sorry, please.
He didn't do all those, did he? In the
all
same
those in
year?
Yeah.
Ace Ventura. I thought Ace Ventura came out way before The Mask. It did.
Well, again,
you're tripping, dude. You're tripping balls, Nunyub.
Hey, we'll throw the truth down in the comment section.
Yeah,
We'll
let us know. Yeah. But listen to me. Jack Nicholson goes through every emotion. Every emotion. It's so cool. He's such a great actor, and he nails this performance. It's like, it's so good, man. So that's all I'm going to say. Just check it out. It's a great movie.
I might move that from a rad to a gotta have it. And I gotta see this.
And that guy, the Scatman dude, who's in like Kick the Can. I can't think of his Twilight Zone. And sorry. Anyway, he's hilarious. He's great.
All right, so we have, I think. Now I don't.
This is a good one too.
It's not really a Disney movie, is it?
Yep, this is a Disney movie. And
what? When did Disney get into horror?
I don't know why that shouldn't even be here, because if this was time correct, that they weren't using that fancy ass logo. But
what's the catch?
This is a great movie.
Yeah, a bargain like that wouldn't stay on the market.
And kind of terrifying.
Maybe there's a ghost. Mrs. Aylward, the owner, is a bit eccentric.
Is that Angela Lansbury?
She had a daughter at your age.
I don't know, but I find her terrifying.
Lost many years ago. The circumstances were rather tragic.
There's some creepy shit going on in this movie.
Something awful happened here.
Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on, Nunya, but we've got another remix preview. Because this isn't the original preview. It's like redone with like, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. But I think that's what's happening. We're going to have to talk to our producers. But it's still a good effect.
Fire that intern.
Yeah, that intern.
That intern
for perspective
is so out
now.
of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to know the truth.
Whoa. It's not this action-packed, but the music put into effect would make you think so.
You're an outsider. To understand it's someone else.
Oh my god. Ah! Oh, it's so scary. What is this, like 9 Inch Nails playing? Dude, it's like the funniest preview. Whoa.
I think she's still out there.
Whoa. Well, I am terrified by this movie, so I'm going to give it a ew.
Ew.
Because it is
That was
creepy,
an option.
and it's very weird. There's some crazy scenes. I don't know what the hell's going on with this preview, because it is clearly it was hilarious, dude. That was funny. Anyway, I'm giving it a ew just because I do remember being a little scared when I first saw this. I need to rewatch it, but that preview didn't leave any to the imagination. So I didn't like the preview matchup. I want to know what the original one was. But based on this, what did you think, Nunyub?
I mean, it seems like the exact type of emotions I'm trying to avoid, which is that long-term anxiety / that lady. I don't know if it is Angela Lansbury or not, but I feel like
I don't
she's
think it
sweet
was.
Usually, and
No,
I don't
it wasn't
like seeing
her.
her in this scary. Okay, good. So
It wasn't
with
her.
all that said, I feel I feel bookended in that it did seem scary. I'm not interested, so I'm going with meh.
Okay.
Just
Meh.
Yeah.
But it's actually like the good extremes come together for a meh, not
Yeah.
a true meh. It is what it is. Meh is the average. We'll call meh the middle of the road there.
It's definitely one of the scariest Disney movies that I can think of, but
Are there scary Disney movies other
This
than
one.
all of the original Disney movies?
this one is
Yeah.
pretty freaky.
Pinocchio and all those are
You know,
kinda
for
creepy
Disney.
as well. Yeah. All right. Moving right
Okay.
along.
Ah!
Now, I don't know if that same super lame intern just got us the wrong download, but I noticed this one's like not in English at all.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks Japanese or something.
But I don't feel like it needs to be. You get the point.
Oh, it's...
呢個世界根本就係咁噶啦。係啊，我講嘅食人類骨係真正嘅食人類骨啊！你今日去到屠場
I don't know what's going on, but they're having a serious talk. I've never seen this movie. Oh shit! Oh! This is I think this is a Chinese movie of some kind. It's like kung fu horror or something. Oh! You think they're cannibals? I'm getting the feeling that this is a cannibal-based.
I believe it's called We're Going to Eat You, so
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if they meant, like, you know, eat the... build... Oh, yeah. That... For my next magic trick.
好似有輿論啊！雲吞麵邊有輿論啦？你估呢個魚片粥咩？
Have you seen that thing where people listen to people eating? Like in some weird sound, AMSR or something? That's
that would
about
just
as
make me wanna
disgusting
vomit,
and scary
yeah.
as this.
Yeah. It is kung fu, alright.
It gets better, yeah. I mean, and talk about plotline. Cannibals attacking you, you gotta fight your way out.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, and who is this gigantic woman?
This is like a weird scene, buddy.
She's just having her way with this man?
Yeah.
我生嘢嘅喎。
我都係啫。
I think she just said we're going to eat you. That's my guess.
Yeah.
好。
Yeah.
我 B 生意。不過你對我唔住呢？
人哋講嘅係真心啊嘛。
唔通我變你啲心係假嘅喎？
Wow. Not the bookshelves. What?
These skates.
The music's cool. Oh yeah, dude. It is like a martial art movie mixed with horror.
But the scariest part is it seems the most real. Like,
Yeah, this could be a village you accidentally go to. I like how they keep flashing the title.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this one. All I can say is Hunhauschen, which means it looks delicious in Mandarin. I'm gonna go ahead and say hot.
That's hot.
That's hot.
I don't know what to say. I'm gonna. It makes me sick to my stomach, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with. Ew. Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, moving right along because that again.
We're
gives me
traveling the world
absolute
here,
creeps.
folks.
This is the last one. This is it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You think with all those stars out there, we're the only things that exist?
Okay, here we go.
We ain't.
Without warning.
Oh, get me
Is that
some
what it
game
said?
today.
Yeah.
One way or
Holy
the other.
crap.
Something.
I haven't seen this.
with hunting season. And
Oh.
there's been more than one accident.
Yeah. Rob, is that?
No, it's Jack Palance.
No.
Okay.
And the sport is in the tracking and the hunting.
Love that
I
guy.
don't think we can kill an animal.
It depends on the
He's
animal and who's doing
one of
what.
his big movies he was famous for was City Slickers. But he was
Equally
way back.
scary, being out in the country.
Yeah, but he was in a bunch of westerns, and he's really a dramatic, good actor. Oh, he was in Batman, 1989's Batman too.
Spread your crazy story.
They haven't showed him again. It's not that guy.
He's gonna show up.
That guy didn't load the shotgun correctly. No.
We ain't alone. Follow us no matter where we go. Right now, the only choice we have is where we're going to
Oh, there he is.
You're talking. We're going to lose that choice, too.
He plays kind of a kooky guy.
Prize game.
He seems like the sane one in if you ask me.
Whoa, that was kind of freaky. Weird.
Supposing there's a whole bunch of aliens, like you say, monsters. Supposing it's all true, like you say. Then why in the hell ain't the CIA, the FBI, and your own army done something about it?
Because they never do nothing about nothing.
Whoa.
No escape.
Terrifying.
So, tell me what you think. What is that? Tell me what you think, Nunyub.
It's the first of all, I feel like anybody who's that good with a frisbee scares me. These aliens are just throwing these like blood-sucking frisbee things. That's creepy as all hell.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't want to see it. It again gives me that like I want to puke feeling a little bit, the mouth and the thing, and so I gotta give it a rad because I think that's what they're going for. Like, that's
Wow.
good for them.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I'm gonna give it a rad as well. I'm gonna give it a rad as well. And that preview nailed a lot of cool stuff. Let me just put it this way though.
Yeah.
The Jack Palance, he looked like it was a weird role for him. He normally plays cooler characters, and he looked like he lost his cool. Maybe because he saw the aliens or something, but I'm used to relying on Jack Palance in my roles for a little bit of making things a little bit better. You know, don't worry. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's what he was doing by telling them to have the right amount of anxiety. He was saying,
Yeah.
you're not being scared enough right now, and that's
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah. He also had that gun at one point, so he was trying to take care of the business. I don't know, but think back though to 1980, you know, and you're maybe you're not born yet, you know, but maybe you are, and think back to a night like a Friday night, and let's say it's 1986, and this movie comes on USA Up All Night, you know, and you would be a little freaked out. I think that this movie had just enough of that stylistic 80s horror from the preview at least, definitely I would watch the whole thing. And I think that I think I would dig it. It looked a little cheesy, the alien head and all that. But other than that, it was like a sci-fi horror mix. Kind of like the martial arts horror mix of the last one.
Yeah.
So what was that? That was called Without Warning, right?
Without Warning. Yep.
So Without Warning, was that the last video? We're going to end the show now. All right.
End the show now, and we're going to try and attempt to sleep. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying just watching the preview scares me. Not at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you're okay. You'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Just when you hear something tonight clawing underneath your bed. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about the sound effects in Friday the 13th and how legendary those were. I mean, the sound design of that was brilliant. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video. Share it around. We're trying to grow this show. Yeah. And thanks for subscribing.
Yeah.
And if tell us what other movies from 1980 would you recommend? And what do you think of the ones that we put on this list? Have you seen them all or just a couple?
Are you going to see any of them? Which ones?
Yeah, right. I'm definitely going to go rewatch some of these. So, until next time, you know what to do. You're going to keep that shit retro by hanging out with Nunyub and I on Perspective Now. Later on.